Most spelling apps are an electronic version of Look, Cover, Write, Check, which is just relying on a student's visual memory and not actually teaching them how the word is encoded. However, it is relatively easy to modify the apps to make them a useful tool for reinforcing the code of the spelling words on which the students are working. I currently use A+ Spelling Test as it is a free app. However, I have found many of the spelling apps have similar features, so the modifications I am suggesting can be applied to most spelling apps. Step 1 is to have the parent load the Spelling A Test app onto an iPad or iPhone. Then go ahead and open the app. Next to spelling tests, you will see a plus sign. Press on this and it will allow you to create your first list of spelling words. Click on Add New List and give your list a name. I use Week 1, Week 2, etc. just because it's easy to keep track of the most recently added list. Now press Add. This will take you back to the spelling test list. Click on the name of the list that you just created. So in this case, Week 7. This will take you to a screen that allows you to type in the first spelling word. Once the word has been typed in, click on Record. If it is the first time that you have used this app, you will be asked if you are happy for the microphone to be activated. Click Yes. This is the section that takes this app beyond simply an electronic version of Look, Cover, Write, Check. Say the word, then say each of the sounds in the word, making links to the key pictures representing the different graphemes and any relevant rules. So for this word, I would say dream. D, E as in leaf, Press the record button again to stop recording. You can listen to your recording by pressing on the speaker icon. You can record over the top by pressing on the record button again. When you are satisfied with the recording, press Next. Type in the next word and then add in the recording. So for example, shutting. Sh as in ship, a, t, double the T to keep the vowel short, I, as in ring. You can also make reference to picture cues that you have introduced. So for example, which, w, I, ch as in chick. Remember, it's a question hand word and needs a silent H. For words that have difficult spellings, give students strategies to help them remember the tricky parts. For example, in this word, I would say different. Think different. D-if. Double the F to keep the vowel short. As in flower. E-nt. Because the app is designed for you just to say the word, you will find that you don't have much time, so you'll need to speak reasonably quickly. For students learning longer and more complicated words, you might just say mainly the syllables and focus only on some components of the word. So for this word, I might say complaining. Com, a as in rain, ing. If you have time, you might even add in I'm complaining about the rain to help the student make the connection between the word complain and the A as in rain digraph. When you have added in the last word, make sure you press on Next before you click on Finish. Otherwise, I often find that the last word is deleted. This will take you to a screen showing all the words that have been recorded for that particular list. You can edit the list by pressing on Edit. Unfortunately, if you want to make changes, you have to delete the word entirely and then press the plus sign and re-enter the word. Once you are happy with your list, press back. This will take you to the starting screen. It's now the student's turn to use the app. Have the student press on the list to be learned. So in this example, Week 7. This will bring up the screen showing the list of words to be learned. At the bottom, there are 4 different activities that relate to the list of words. For the first 2 days, you want the student to do the practice activities. In this activity, the student listens to the word and types in the spelling. You will notice that for this activity, the student is given the hint of how many letters are in the word. The student can listen to the word repeatedly by pressing on the speaker icon. Once the student has entered the word, they press on Next and are given the next word to spell. If the student misspells the word, they are shown the correct spelling and cannot progress to the next word until they have made the correction. They continue until all words have been spelt. On days 3 and 4, I have students do the ACID activity, and on day 5, the test activity. I do not get my students to do the unscramble activity, as I do not want them to focus on the incorrect letter order. In the ACID and test activities, the student is not given the number of letters Q. If they make an error, they are shown the correct spelling, but after pressing Next, it takes them immediately to the next word. In the ACID activity, the student will continually be presented with all words that have been spelled incorrectly, and the game does not finish until all words have been spelled correctly. In the test activity, the student only gets one opportunity to spell each word. In both the ACID and test activities, once the activity has been completed, the student and parent can view the student's results. Words spelt correctly have a green dot next to them. Words spelt incorrectly have a red dot next to them, and the student's spelling of the word is on the right. This gives the parent an opportunity to discuss with their child where they went wrong and to discuss strategies for remembering the correct spelling. On the test activity, the student is given the opportunity to retest their mistakes or to completely retake the test. I recommend to my students that they do retest mistakes until they have all words spelt correctly. When the student returns the following week, you can check the student's progress and see how many times they have spelt each word in the ACID and test activities. Just remember that the practice activities are not recorded. I don't use this app with all my students, but I certainly use it with those students who are struggling and need the extra repetition. For more ideas, go to www.crackingtheabccode.com.